Oh my god, what am I doing? Actually, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Okay, that's it. I'm done. Bye bye. I'm kidding, of course. What? You think I'm done? The shit. My signal to voice ratio is so low. Signal to noise, you idiot. What the Okay, I will not. Chill out, bitch. I don't get it though. Why am I cutting off? Cool. Cool, I'm cool people. Jeez Louise. Whatever, dude. I'm kinda bored. Just shut up, bitch. Shut up. My god. I mean, I'm a bit late today, so whatever. Is this just me or is that so too much screen over there on my preview? Or is that just my screen? I don't quite get it. It's quite weird. It's quite weird. Anyway, it's not my business. I don't think it's my business to say, but yeah. I mean, whatever. Dude. Shut the fuck up. I don't really get it. I don't really get you, but yeah. I mean, oh my god, I'm kind of running out. What bullshit is this? I don't get it. Oh my god. I literally don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Why is my second monitor so green? Someone please help. Why is it so green? The shit. We're almost there. Okay, that's nice. Nice, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm not that addicted yet. So I'm not that. I don't know. Fine. I'm not on the energy to. Okay, Robin. Have I talked to you? I have. I have talked to you. How about you, Fruit?
Now that I'm back here.
Fruit? I don't know. Yeah, I have. Okay. Cool. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Anyway, I don't really care anymore. So everything is cool, I guess. But I just don't know at this point. What do you mean exactly? I don't really know. Like, hello? Like, literally, it's not my fault. Like, nowhere is my fault. No one is my fault. I mean, nothing is my fault. So yeah. Anyway, I don't really get it. Like, what is this pain? I don't really know. What do you mean? I don't really get it either. So yeah, whatever. I'm kinda done. I'm kinda not done. I mean, this is just a daily swim for me to keep up the habit, you know. Eventually, I will actually swim for real, but not today. I just spend most of my days editing. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, I wish I can. I mean, I wish I have a better mic because it's horrible. That it kind of make me don't want to edit at all. So Fuck. What is going on? Oh my god. And after this, I'm finally playing League again. Just one game. One game. That's funny. That is funny. That one game I asked to yourself. I mean, what? I wanna try Jungle Xbox again because I suck last time. Idiot, like an idiot, I died. I mean, I fucking suck at Jungle Xbox, the fuck. But I want to try, and I won't play around this time because that is stupid. The fuck. It is super stupid of me. Why do I play around Jungle Xbox when I literally cannot do that? Like, what the fuck? And honestly, I don't really know. I don't really know at this point, so yeah, whatever. And after this, I think I'm. What am I doing? Obviously, testing my stream or something like that. Okay, I'm restarting my system after this. It's so annoying, but this will be the shortest stream ever because I will not constantly monitoring my audio because that is just awful. I'm just here for nothing at all. I mean, but yeah. I mean, it's really something else. I don't really get it. Like, oh my god, this is taking so long. Please be faster. I know I don't use SDD, but come on. This is just, oh my god, awful. It's so painful. Like waiting here is kind of awful, dude. Now I run out of things to talk about because this bullshit. I mean, dude, please, my guy. I kind of want to do this. How about now? I just up my volume a bit, dude. It's probably no difference at all. Let me check it out. Hello? Hey. Fuck you. What do you mean? What do you mean fuck you? Kill yourself. God, I'm awful. Actually, let me test the... Okay, the mastering is a bit weird. I mean, I don't really get it, but whatever. I think it's clipping, though. I don't like it's weird. Let's just do like that, maybe. Hello, everyone. The fuck, dude. I hate this song. My god, I don't care anymore. I mean, whatever. Let's just go to Pomimi, because I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't really know. It's kind of whatever. I mean, I wish my signal to noise ratio is a bit higher. A bit more. I mean, I can gain it a bit. But I don't think that... What? I mean, I don't think that will work. Because if I up my gain on my mic, it will also up the noise floor, I think. I mean, it's really weird. Whatever, dude. Shut up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Umingut. Umingut. Where are you going?
Into the wind.
Cool. Where are you going? Is it up or down? I think it's up, no? Should be up. I think it's up. It's down, you fucking shit. Wait, I need here. Where is it? Where is it? Where are you going? There? Okay, I see it.
Another time. That beetle.
Shut up, you fucking piece of shit. Toom, 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 toom. Toom, 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 toom.
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
One with nature. Where is the balloon? The fuck?
Time to go.
What the fuck? Come on, please.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Jeez, why is it taking so long? Fuck.
One with nature.
Come on, faster.
Wind strider.
Cool, cool, cool. Amethyst, like Minecraft, like Minecraft. I should really explore, no? I'll consider it maybe in Saturday maybe. It's great time for that. Or maybe I should do Divergent Universe, maybe. I don't really know at this point. But yeah. I mean, please, please, please. Please stop issue. Fuck you.
Grow. Committed to memory. Sharing my knowledge. Strike a pose.
Have a load of this.
Let the world collide. Looks like
Oh my god.
This may hurt a little. Shower me with
As one with wind and cloud.
Yes.
Wind strider.
committed to memory. Time to shine.
Boom.
Dissipate. This may hurt a little.
Come on. What the fuck am I doing calling me for this shit?
Our bond is strong.
Where is this Mirror Maiden? Okay, we can heal. That's nice. Heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. Heal me, bitch. What the? Heal me, bitch. Come on now. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man, mate. Fuck off, like. Don't even talk to me.
Stand with me. Lightning strike. Committed to memory. This may hurt a little. The temple of whip.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Wind strider.
Damn, that was easy. That was literally nothing. Like butter. Died like butter. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know. I'm so agitated. Sorry. Come on. Come on, come on. What is it? Complete what? Complete what? Complete time cycle challenge? 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 I don't know. It's so weird. Whopper flower.
Go.
Lovely Whopper flower, dude, the shit. Oh my god, so awesome.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Die. Die, die, die. What do you mean? Chill, 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 chill. Chill, my guy, chill.
One with nature.
Committed to memory.
This.
Dead with me.
Come with me. Yeah, chill.
Wind knows
Yeah, chill.
clouds
Fuck,
high.
fuck,
The birds
fuck,
fall.
fuck, fuck, fuck,
Shower me with
fuck,
praise.
fuck,
Let the
fuck,
world
fuck, 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 fuck,
share my
fuck,
knowledge.
fuck, fuck, fuck,
Dissipate.
fuck, 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 fuck,
I'll settle this.
fuck, fuck, fuck. Done. We're done. I said we are
Wind and
done.
cloud.
Said we're done, dude. This shit. What? I will be the who will understand if I can slightly be for you, even if I try to be. I will be you, even if I could understand when I was is gone. I will be waiting for. I will be a tomorrow I could not have been. I don't understand. My God. What is wrong with me? I don't know. I don't really know, dude.
Strike a pose. Let my name echo. Grow, grow, grow. The temple
Girl,
of
girl,
wisdom.
girl.
Dead with me.
Ah, my God.
The birds
Committed to memory.
Die.
Grow, grow.
Oh. Yes. I think I'm testing my delay after this, dude. Okay, I'm testing my delay. I don't know actually.
Our bond is strong. Out of my
Our
way.
bond is strong.
one with wind and cloud.
Committed to memory. Just wait through a little. Make yourselves a... Time to shine.
Wind strider. Time to go.
Time to go. Yes. Lewis.
Grow, grow, grow. Dead
Grow,
with me.
grow, grow.
Clouds high. The birds
Let the world collide.
Shut
Committed to
up.
memory. The
Okay.
temple of wisdom.
That was fast. Oof. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, mate. I think you forgot to close this tab, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Dissipate. I'll settle this.
I mean, you probably have me on mute, so whatever.
wind and cloud.
Yoo-hoo. Time to shine.
I mean, yeah.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Grow, grow, grow. Strike a pose. Our bond is strong. Out of my way. Make yourselves at home.
Die. Okay, that's it. Oh my god, we're so done. Roll on, roll on, roll on. Hold on. I don't know. I don't know the delay. Hoopla. 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 Let me test the delay while I'm doing that. Chill. Test. Testing? What is it? I don't really get it, but whatever. May I shut up? You slow slow?
Thank you for.
Okay, just look show. Doggo software. Oh my god, we are done. Oh, nice. Wait. Wait. Oh my god. Parker. Parker, please don't come home. Fuck, I forgot to. Oh my god, okay. I guess I can skip. But forgot there. I cannot skip the tune. Oh my god. I guess that's the reason I can skip.
How can I help you?
Cool. Anyway. Hello? You there? Fuck off me. But the same that I get Farka with the ship. Who wants you anyway, Farka bitch? Why? What the fuck? What do you think I'm doing here? Hello? Testing? 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Anyway. Now I just need his sword. I'll take that. Now I just need to make team for him. I'm so excited. Did I just get what is it called? The fucking this forgot doing. I think I want Turin, right? But I don't have Turin. The fuck? So I think I want to play him Electro. Maybe? Electro, what am I doing? This one? No, I don't think so. Why am I so quiet? That is so fuck you. So I need a second pyro. Which I don't have. Let me check for that. What the fuck? Then that's done. I need to learn, Or Ascopia? No. Wait, I can play Hydro. Hmm. Let's see what. Oh, what the fuck? Hello, Bennett. Okay. Interesting. So maybe Bennett Toma. That's quite interesting. Okay? Command and Squash.
I want to help.
It's cool. Hold on. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Ah shit. Jeez. Oh my god. Cool. Cool. I don't get it. I don't really get it though. Dungeon? Oh. My god, I'm so... Our guy's cool. Let's switch here. Ascend. Oh my god. What the fuck you mean? What the fuck you mean? I do not get it. What? I don't have this? Oh my. I'm gonna fuck. Shit. Fuck. Ah, whatever. Nice of you. Full team, guys. Really? No way. Just literally nothing. What the fuck am I doing? Fine. That's it then. Fast. I wanna go do something with you. Actually, I wanna extend this fucking stream now. But maybe not. I mean,
Dad welcomes you. Finding someone to chat to is better than just standing around.
cool. Cool, guys. Burn. I'm so choppy, dude. My voice is so choppy. Not when I'm fucking talking so loud. But otherwise, it's so choppy. But whatever, dude. I don't really care. My god. It's really choppy now. I don't get it. Oh, where we go? Boom, boom, shot, 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 shot. Shot, shot. Jump. Anyway, I'm testing my delay. Fuck this. Hello? Hello, people? Hello? Hello? That's I don't know. Does it be faster or later? Actually, that's I mean, it should be later. That's what the fuck? That's I think that's it. That's what the fuck? That's whatever that. I don't know. Maybe I should use whatever. Bye bye. Bye bye.